listen to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. Thank you very much for your picture from our
This was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools to make your academic education as government college to Delhi. And
go gather, destroy their food. Make security camp and that other camp, Togo camp, no compensate everybody.
Generation sometimes. Today our focus will be in the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his point as more dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. With too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after stories, earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary life.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.
And we are at the snail pen of the African Center for Community and Development, where we shall be harvesting snails for the preparation of Eru. Eru is a main dish. It's called a cock in the central part of Cameroon, but then it is eaten in different forms. Akasi in Nigeria and in West Africa. So we will be harvesting from the snail pen of the African Center for Community and Development in order to prepare Eru. We'll be using giant snails. Our intention is to be able to vulgarize knowledge on the importance of snail eating as both a very high protein giving variety, as well as something that can be used to fight poverty and as a livelihood strategy in Africa. And in a jiffy, we shall now be collecting from the snail pen, where we will now start our cooking outdoors. There you go, you're selecting very big ones, you can see. We'll be harvesting about 30 giant snails. And it is presumed that if someone is given 3 of these, he is going to feel so satisfied that he's had some very nutritious and palatable protein to eat. The price of red meat is very high, as mass production of cattle is facing a lot of threats, including the diminishing or the loss of rangelands, and also the movements out of pastoral nomadism into other professions, which are a main aspect of the 21st century. Also the movements into urban areas, into what is referred to as the black economy or the informal economy, has impacted on traditional knowledge systems in cattle rearing in these parts. So we will be using our snails here to demonstrate the fact that mini livestock can also be a viable option for survival in a continent that is also the fastest growing continent now in terms of economics. So the pail is full. We have 30 snails. And in a jiffy, Valentine, what are we going to be doing?
We are going to first of all remove the snails from the shells, wash them well, and then we'll cook with our arrow.
Okay, and we'll be washing them with alum, and in the process to take away the slime, as they are very slimy creatures as well, and to make them to be good enough for consumption. So are you prepared to do some wonderful things in terms of the process of cooking today? What are you going to be cooking precisely, fufu or the eru?
I'm cooking the fufu.
All right.
I'm going to form the fufu, cook it, so that we can use to eat our arrow that we produce with the snails.
Okay. From harvesting the snails, we are moving on to taking them out of their shells in order that we'll now wash them with alum in order to prepare eru. Eru is a widely consumed vegetable, and it is to our interest and the interest of the general public that knowledge about how to prepare eru with snails is brought to the people or to your doorsteps. So Valentine, what are you trying to do?
Now I am removing the snails from their shells in order that I can wash them using alum to wipe out their slimy liquid, and that will be ready for preparation that we use to prepare with my arrow. For this, because I'm using this to prepare arrow, but we can use it to prepare several different type of soup and dishes, because it's act like meat. It is a meat.
Okay. So we used, as highlighted before, giant snails. In this case, and so you can see the snails that we are removing from their shells. It is very clear that we'll have a big pot of eru from the amount of meat we have here. Snail farming is indeed very interesting, and it's a meat-giving endeavor which must be replicated in areas around the world where access to proteins are limited, and that impacts on people's resilience to diseases. And alum is being added to the snails. We shall use it now in taking off the slime and then rinsing it thereafter, in order that it is in such a stage that it can be used for cooking or can be edible by humans. Not very long from now, the slime is going to be wasted away, and we are sure to have the best snails on earth ready to be consumed at the African Center for Community and Development. It has been Arrey Ivo for people, places and events, and the African Center for Community